Today, I have an instinctual anger and rage, and this is my inner child speaking to me because of a pain that I'm experiencing around being used. And many of us in today's society have this underlying resentment towards a lot of people that we feel had taken advantage of us, emotionally disappointed us, and especially today, as children, young adults, even adults, we live in a society that has normalized pain and numbness and surface level bullshit. And when we are sitting in that normalization, it's really suppressing our ability to live authentic lives, to feel that we are seen, heard, supported, encouraged for just honoring who we truly are. So, because there's this societal standard that we have to remain boxed in, right? We are all fear driven, ego based, prideful, lustful, greedy people, right? This subconscious, this way that our mind is working around the narrative that is built to keep us in this container, right? We're in this container that we cannot open our hearts, that we cannot let people in, that we cannot let ourselves fully be seen and loved. Because what's happening in today's world is that everybody is so afraid to be held because we never got held. We are so afraid to open ourselves up because we're afraid that we're going to get hurt because all we keep doing is hurting each other. My inner child is so disappointed in a recent situation that I had gone through, and like, she feels really sad to know that that was that person's intentions, right? Because my inner child knew this person as a young child, and my adult self is saying it's really silly that we're still on this subject, but my inner child is really hurt by the way that this person ended up treating me as an adult. It's like my inner child needs to mourn the version of that person that she knew. And so many of us are going through this in life. Maybe it's not directly with somebody that you knew in childhood, but we may be adults that still are very much connected to our inner child who needs to mourn, who where we need to connect with our inner child and allow them to feel what they want to feel, to let go of what they need to release. Because my inner child today is really disappointed in the way that things played out in today's time, because my inner child didn't know that version. So sometimes our inner child is holding on to people, places, narratives, beliefs, right? Because our inner child is so innocent. Our inner child is so carefree, and they just believe the good in everybody. And that sometimes is kind of where I feel like I burn myself, because my heart is so open and my heart is so just willing to see the best in people that I overlook a lot of the damage. And I actually open myself up to damage. That will never close my heart. That will never make me close my heart. But I think that I'm speaking on this because there are many of us in this world today that we feel like we need to keep ourselves closed off because we're going to get hurt. But just allow yourself to connect back with your inner child. Allow them to feel what they need to feel. Allow them to grieve what they need to grieve so that you can stay open, because not all experiences are going to be like that. I'm allowed to feel that anger. I'm allowed to feel really sad. But I know that it'll pass, and I know that it's teaching me something, and I know that my adult self and my inner child will overcome this pain, right? We will overcome this disappointment, and we will be blessed with happiness and joy and playfulness again. So always remember, guys, that connecting with yourself and your inner child is really always going to be beneficial for you in the long run, because forgiving the wrongdoings of other people, it's not for them. It's for you, because you don't deserve to hold on to that pain. You don't deserve to let that sadness turn into anger and that anger turn into resentment. Forgiveness is the answer here. And I hope that this message finds you and helps you Pick a narrative, pick a situation, a circumstance that your inner child really, really wants to grieve today so that you can set yourself free.